Good evening. Schools in the border city are in lockdown as a high-risk sex offender is on the loose. RCMP say 48-year-old Michael Sean Stanley left Edmonton and came to the border city yesterday, where he cut off his electronic monitoring bracelet. Now, police say Stanley has been known to take children from playgrounds. Kyle Galver has more on how officials are dealing with the situation.
The doors at St. Mary's Elementary School are locked, as is the case with schools right across the city. Safety protocols are in effect in response to a high-risk sex offender.
Oh, it's scary, of course. Every parent feels that panic of, is it going to happen to them or is it going to happen to somebody they know? And it's just, you have to take some more precautions.
RCMP are asking the public to be on the lookout for 48-year-old Michael Sean Stanley of Edmonton. Stanley is a high-risk sex offender that's currently wanted for breach of his court release conditions after leaving Edmonton and arriving in Lloydminster yesterday morning. Stanley, who was on electronic monitoring, removed his device and discarded it on the roof of a local business. As a result, both the Lloydminster Public and Lloydminster Catholic school divisions have put schools in a state of lockdown.
Initially, incredible amount of concern, but as of late last night and early this morning, just so reassuring to hear parents so confident that when they send their kids to school, that the kids are safe.
I'm happy to see that they're standing at the door right now and that they're monitoring who's coming in and out.
Schools have been in close contact with the RCMP and will continue their safety strategies indefinitely.
The risk assessment will be done in consultation with the RCMP and what their investigations do turn up. So at this point, we'll need to continue to correspond directly on a day-to-day basis with the RCMP.
Extensive patrols and followed up on any leads that people have called in, and that's all we have heard. We haven't seen or heard from him.
While the feeling of panic is high, RCMP say the risk of anything happening is actually quite low.
He has no ties to this community. He has no family, no friends that we're aware of. So the likelihood of him being in this community is very minimal.
And Robertson says while the situation is ongoing, parents can rest easy knowing schools are doing whatever they can to ensure the safety of students.
We make sure that all kids are in fact getting on those buses. And also that they're getting into the right vehicles.
I don't have a problem with it as a parent. I think that the protocol is really good.
While situations like this can be a stressful time for parents, RCMP say it provides a perfect opportunity to talk to your kids about safety. Kyle Galver, Newcap News.
North Battleford RCMP are investigating a suspicious person complaint. Now, the incident happened last night around the supper hour in the area of the 1200th block of 104th Street. Police say a 12-year-old girl was walking alone when she noticed a dark-colored truck following her. Now, she says the driver got out of his vehicle and made his way towards her. Now, she ran to a business and called police. The vehicle is described as a large black or possibly blue truck with an orange stripe on the side and front of it. Police at this time do not have any descriptions of the man driving the truck. Anyone with information is asked to call the North Battleford RCMP at 306-446-1720 or Crime Stoppers. A drug bust at a home in the RM of Britannia yesterday has resulted in the arrest of 5 people. Now, after a search warrant was issued, Maidstone and Lloydminster RCMP found a small amount of marijuana, cocaine, unknown pills, and illegal prescription pills. Now, various firearms were also found, along with other stolen property, including a large amount of copper wire. 2 men and a woman are facing various drug and gun charges. One other man was charged with breaching court-ordered conditions. Now, the final female was interviewed and released without charges. The names of those involved have not been released, as police say the investigation is still ongoing. An Onion Lake woman is speaking out after she alleges her brother's home has become unlivable. Now, Janet Stick's brother has schizophrenia and lives alone in this 1-bedroom house on the First Nation. Now, Newcap television wasn't allowed inside the home, but Stick says these pictures tell the story. Adding to a list of problems, the house is deteriorating. Now, Stick says the bathroom sink is gone and even dead mice were found inside the oven. She says she's contacted band counselors and other officials to get the issues fixed, but has found no solution just yet.
I tried to go to the welfare social assistance. I was told they couldn't do nothing because of another department. Other department said it's not their fault, it's these other people. So the buck's being passed around.
As well as the problems inside, Stick says she has asked the band office to fill the empty propane tank on the property. She alleges her brother has been living without heat since April.
It's getting to be winter. And, I'd like to see him have a half-decent house. I'm not asking for a mansion or anything like that, but something that's decent.
Now, Newcap News has made some calls to Onion Lake for their response. We have not received a call just yet. Seniors' care has always been an ongoing discussion here in the border city. Now, the Saskatchewan Health Minister released results of a review on long-term care facilities in each health region. And as Anna Stanislaw explains, the review identified what areas are working well and what needs to be improved.
Seniors' care facilities in our area were toured and evaluated this spring by the CEO and board members of the Prairie North Health Region. Gloria King says they do a regular review where families are given a survey inviting them to give feedback on the care provided.
And generally, our responses to those surveys are very positive. So we like to get that feedback. We like to hear areas where we need to improve. So those are things that are working well.
Prairie North Health Region identified what is working well in the facilities, including the friendly and caring staff and resident councils in session to allow residents to voice their concerns. Some of the issues identified were the need for resident and family input into menu planning and facility maintenance.
We didn't have them all up and running, but we do now in our 13 long-term care facilities. So those resident councils, I think, are very positive, where the resident can be there and talk about what they would like to happen in the facilities.
I think there could be a few more issues added, but what I found and read are appropriate.
The government of Saskatchewan has designated a $10 million Urgent Issues Action Fund to address the issues identified by each health region, and both parties agree that this is a step forward. Dr. Saeed says there are a broad number of other issues, including the need for the appropriate level of staffing and the training of staff.
Looking after seniors is not like looking after an able-bodied person. They have a different set of needs. We need a combination of bodies, and we need them to be trained and made aware of the issues of seniors.
Prairie North says staffing is always something they are conscious of. They did their own review before the ministry and have placed $500,000 into the long-term care facilities.
It's not perhaps as much as we would like to have put in, but it was approximately 10 full-time positions for the continuing care aides, and they would be spread out differently among the facilities.
More than $237 million is being invested in replacing 13 outdated long-term care facilities. Anna Stanislaw, Newcap News.
And back to local news, fans of the Beaver River Trestle on Iron Horse Trail may have hope yet. A recent fundraising campaign may help the association with rebuilding the popular bridge connecting trail goers to the town of Cold Lake. Fraser Snowden has the story.
Officials with the trail are looking for your help. Aviva Insurance has approved the Beaver River Trestle repair in their community fund campaign. People can vote to show their support.
So it's kind of exciting. It kind of keeps the fact that we need to raise money for the Beaver River Trestle front and foremost in people's minds, and gets the word out there that we are fundraising and asking for the public's help to rebuild it.
The cost to repair the Beaver River Trestle is pegged at $1.5 million. Organizers say they are well on their way towards that goal.
The Smoky Lake Trail Twisters, a snowmobile club, has donated $5,000 to us. Smoky Lake Fast Gas has donated $600. I've had individuals make smaller donations. We have applied to MLA Ganyalescu for a CFEP grant for $125,000. You know, it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking.
It has been a year since the bridge was set on fire, separating the connection the Iron Horse Trail has to the town of Cold Lake. Since the fire, officials say the burned pathway has had an impact on people who use it.
The trail is open for hikers, cyclists, horseback riders, ATV and snowmobile enthusiasts. And a lot of people go to the trestle. It's a beautiful place. It's basically the jewel on the Iron Horse Trail.
Price says they will make another funding announcement at the Alberta Snowmobile Show October 18th. If you would like to vote for the fund, you can visit avivacommunityfund.com. Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.